Hello Gemini, and welcome to your love, romance, and relationship reading for the first half of October 2019. I am Heather from the Crystal Vein Tarot. Welcome to my channel and thank you for joining me today. Now all messages will resonate with you. Take what fits and make a note of those that don't, as they may become useful to you in the near future. Also check out the readings for your moon, rising, and Venus signs if this reading doesn't resonate. I have provided a link below for your convenience where you can find out those placements in your chart. I only post these readings on YouTube, so if you enjoyed or were inspired by this reading, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and comment down below, as I would love to hear from you and I value and appreciate any feedback. Now let's get started and see what messages and energies are around you for the first half of October 2019. Oh, we have a jumper. Dear Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini for the first half of October 2019? Dear Spirit, what messages do you have for Gemini for the first half of October 2019? Dear Gemini, what messages do you have for Gemini for the first half of October 2019? I'm just cutting the deck. And so Justice jumped out as I was shuffling, and the following card is the Clarifier, and so it is clarified by the Chariot, and then it is followed by the Hermit, which is clarified by the Queen of Swords, and that is followed by the Hanged Man. Oh my goodness, you have so many major arcana cards in here. And that is clarified by the Eight of Wands. And at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, we have, oh my goodness. Okay, so we have Death as the overall energy for the first 2 weeks of October 2019. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of 7 of your cards are major arcana. So this is a big deal. This is definitely, pay attention to the energies around you, because you have a lot of karmic energy that is clearing for the month of October, and so, which is great. This is great news for you, Gemini, but yeah, I think it's going to be an intense month for you. So just give me one moment. I'm going to look at the cards, all the cards kind of together, and then I will start your reading. Okay, Gemini, so for the first 2 weeks of October, the general energies around you are that of the Death card. I love seeing this card in a reading. This and the Tower are probably my two favorite cards in a reading, because they have so much opportunity. Even though many people consider it a negative card, I consider it a positive card because of the opportunity that follows it. So, Death, particularly in a love reading. First of all, the Death card is the card of Scorpio. So this could represent that there's a Scorpio in your life, or someone with a lot of Scorpio in their chart. So that could be their moon, their Venus, or their rising sign could be Scorpio as well, not necessarily just the sun sign. And then, so Death in the love reading it talks about a relationship, in order to survive, must evolve. So if you're single, or if you're just starting a relationship, or you've been in a relationship long term, it can be talking about someone that may have been in a relationship and they feel like they've lost their identity. And this is where the relationship has to evolve in order to survive. If you're single, then it could be talking about in the past your relationships have been where you feel like you lose your identity because you get so absorbed in the person that you're with, and you kind of take on all of their likes and dislikes. So that's kind of a little bit of a warning in that respect, but it can also be a sign that you're also hanging on to the past, or having the past revisit you. If, for example, in the form of an old flame, if you're single. If you're in a relationship, so this card can be a sign that that relationship is now entering the next phase. your life, and that you're moving into that phase together. So for example, if you've been dating, maybe you're getting engaged. If you're engaged, maybe you're getting married. If you're married, maybe you're having kids. So you can kind of see the pattern there and how that could evolve. So if this is the case, it won't be a surprise to you. And if it's where there's a current relationship is ending, that also won't be a surprise to you. And you will need to take the time to mourn the loss of that relationship, but do take comfort in that, knowing that death is also a beginning, as something has to end in order to make space for something new and even better to come into your life. So it can be any of those kinds of energies that are around you, but it's more about evolving and going into the next phase or next stage. So that's the energy around you for the first 2 weeks of October. So we start off with Justice. And again, another major arcana card. Justice is about it's about cause and effect, win-win solutions, the truth coming out. It's weighing your desires against your needs in order to reach a fair outcome and serve the greater good. So that's in a general reading. But in a love reading, the Justice is it's Libra. So this could be a Libra coming into your life. It could be you could be the Libra, or you could have a lot of Libra in your chart, or another person, or the person you're in a relationship with could have Libra in their chart, for example, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. But it comes in to tell you that, so the energy around you is that, and you have so many energies around you right now with all these major arcana cards, that it's telling you that if you're single, you'll meet someone who ticks off all of the boxes, all of your boxes of they must be this, they must be that, and you want this quality in them and that quality. And it could also be someone that you already know, and you're rediscovering that person in a whole new light. And if you're already in a relationship with someone, this indicates that you're in a relationship where you know exactly where you stand and the rules and boundaries of the relationship are clear, which makes that relationship so much easier. So it's a positive, good relationship that you have. And that is actually followed by and clarified by the Chariot. And so the Chariot is, and I'm really getting the feeling that this is a big focus for you in your relationships right now, whether or not you're single or you are in a relationship or in a mature relationship, that there's going to be a forward movement. You even have the Eight of Wands here, and I'll get into that in a moment. But there's and you have the Hermit and the Hangman. And again, I'll get into that in a moment. But there's some kind of forward movement, some growth, evolution here, big evolution in terms of your relationships. Or, and again, if you're single, it could be in the type of relationship you get involved in. So maybe you're someone that normally you have relationships, but they don't get, there's no deep commitment with them where you know they're not going to be a long-term relationship. And maybe that's changing, or perhaps it's the type of person you tend to go to is someone that is like that you tend to fall for the type of people that aren't looking for a committed relationship, and now you're kind of done with that and you're moving on from that if you're single, and you're now like, that's it, you know, I'm only going to go for the ones that are looking for committed relationships because that is what I want and that's what I need and that's what's going to emotionally fulfill me. So with the Chariot here, the Chariot is about forward movement. It's a positive card when it comes up in a reading because it's about action and change, again, change and evolving. So it's a journey, and it's, you know, you're on this journey for emotional fulfillment. Again, you could be single or you could be with someone, and it's it's evolving, it's changing, and it's about, with relationships, Chariot is the Cancer card, so it is the Cancer sign. So again, this could be someone that has water in their chart, because Cancer is a water sign, but someone that is very in tune with their emotions. Cancers, Pisces, Scorpios, they're all the water signs, and they're in tune with their emotions. they express their emotions. And so this could be, your relationship could be evolving so that you both are able to feel more comfortable expressing yourself, and without fear of rejection and failure in that relationship. So there's a secure foundation being established in the relationship, and it has great potential, but you have to give each other enough individual space to be able to express yourselves. So again, if you're in a relationship, that's a key point with that. If you are single and looking for a relationship, that's something to remember, because sometimes when you first get involved with someone, you get so consumed and wrapped up in them, and then you start becoming you become fearful that they're going to reject you if you express yourself. And so it's making sure that any kind of relationship you start has very clear communication in it. And again, that kind of points to the Eight of Wands. So now this is followed by the Hermit. And the Hermit is, so this is the sign of Virgo. So you have all kinds of energy in your chart. Like really, you have, well, death being Scorpio, and the Chariot being Cancer. Those are two water signs. You have Justice in there, and which is Libra, that's air. And then you have the Hermit here, who is Virgo, and this is earth energy. So you're really getting a lot of different types of energy coming in. But the Hermit this is someone who, or this is, again, I really feel like this is all about the evolution of either your current relationship or the type of people that, or type of relationship you're seeking. And so with the Hermit here, this is about going within for clarity in a quest for personal truth and spiritual illumination and growth. And in a love reading, the Hermit here speaks to, it's telling you to get rid of all of your emotional baggage that makes you want to be in a relationship. And before you get in a relationship, get rid of all that emotional baggage. Make sure that your mind is clear. And because, once you clear your mind, you might feel different about who you want to be with or the type of partner you want to attract. And because you want, in this case, what you're looking for is, you're looking for a relationship that is of high integrity and that you will feel the most comfortable with when it's just the two of you, and that you're able to just sit with that person, and you don't need all of those, buffers put in there because there's that awkward silence and stuff. And that's the kind of relationship that you're looking for. You're looking for a true partner, or you're in a relationship and that's where your relationship is evolving to. Now you have the Hermit is clarified by the Queen of Swords. And Swords energy is intellect, it's air energy. So, and this could also represent someone who is an air sign. So that could be, I've lost my thoughts, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But this is all about how your words and your thoughts create your reality. And so again, if you're projecting out there with your thoughts, you're doing, and your words, and you're doing positive affirmations about what the kind of person that you want to attract in your life, or how you would like your relationship to change if you're in a relationship, you can make that a reality. You have that ability to do that. The universe does listen, and does, the law of attraction is there. And with the Queen of Swords, male or female, even though this is the Queen card, it can still represent a male or female. It can be yourself or the other person that you're in a relationship with. And this is someone who is self-sufficient and speaks complete honesty, complete truth. And again, like this, it completely falls in line with all of the other cards, in that you're looking for someone where it's, there's no I don't really want to say it on camera, but there's no bull poop coming in. It's very honest upfront. And again, this is someone that's self-sufficient. So you're not looking for a relationship that is, or even your current relationship is evolving to one where there's not. It's not a relationship based on dependency and codependency, that you're both individuals, you're both strong, you're both very capable, And so when you come together and when you are together, how you're evolving together is that you are actually complementing each other and bringing out the best rather than relying on each other. And then this is all followed by the Hanged Man. And again, this is all about the same kind of change. The Hanged Man, I mean, you see him hanging here. He's, you know, his arms are outstretched. He's enjoying this. He's put himself there deliberately. Hasn't been tied upside down by some other person. He's choosing to be like this. And why is he choosing to be like this? For wisdom. For self-sacrifice, to get a different perspective on reality. So, and in the love reading, the Hanged Man, it's here to teach you to invest in yourself before you start investing in a relationship. It's manifesting through gratitude and appreciating what you already have and educating yourself and becoming an interesting person from the inside out rather than through the material things. So this is attracting people that want to be with you for you and not because of what you can give them. And so again, this could be a new relationship, or this can be your current relationship, and this is where it's evolving to. So you need to really find out, you know, look at things from a different perspective to find out what is truly important to you, and free yourself from comparing yourself to others. And once you know what you want, you can have it, but only if you want to stop it. And this especially goes to, this message is particularly for people who are single. Once you know what you want, you can have it, but only if you stop wanting it too much, because having desperation around you does not attract anything to you that's positive. And so this is, the Hangman is clarified by the Eight of Wands. So if you do this and you invest in yourself and you appreciate and show gratitude for what you already have and what's going to happen, the Eight of Wands is all about, it's a fire energy, so it's fast, it's intense, it's passion. But the Eight of Wands in particular is about speed and action and quick changes and communication. So, you know, all of this and how your current relationship is evolving, or how a new relationship is coming in, when you become very clear on what you want and you have focused on yourself and you love yourself for who you are and you exude that positive, grateful attitude, it's going to happen so fast for you, Gemini. Everything's going to come in so fast. Your current relationship will evolve that much quicker, or a new relationship will come in that much quicker. You know, this is such an intense and fantastic reading, Gemini. Wow. It's just wow. And I really, really want to hear from any of you out there that have watched this, because I want to hear how it's played out. I'm really interested in this one because it is so intense, because there are so many major arcana cards in here, and it's just like the change, the transformation, the growth, the deep emotional connection with another people, the deep emotional connection with yourself. I really and truly want to hear how this plays out. So please comment. Please send me your comments. I really do want to hear from you and find out how this played out, Gemini. So this concludes your reading for the first half of October 2019. Please join me again for the second half of October reading that I will be posting in approximately 2 weeks. Thank you for watching me. Lots of love and take care, Gemini.